Hi, and welcome back. This is the backboard of the videos you've been watching. So many of you have asked about what is the beautiful piece of wood behind me when I am been videotaping. Well, it happens that the very first video I made to put on YouTube, I was sitting on the edge of my bed and put the camera right on the table next to me, and I made the video. So it kind of became like this comfortable spot to sit and do it. So I never intended for this to be the background to my YouTube channel, but thus far it has been. I'm hoping to change that up and make myself a little studio in the corner of the bedroom. But this is the backboard to my bed, and this is an Eastlake piece of furniture. It was made somewhere between 1870 and 1890 in Michigan. And Mr. Eastlake, I forgot his first name, was a furniture maker doing hand carvings in England. And he was kind of on the outset of like Renaissance and that edge of furniture, and he wanted to be a little less ornate, and he made the Eastlake product, and it still has carvings, and it is pretty ornate, but nowhere near like the Victorian and Renaissance pieces were. So anyway, this is a full-size bed. It came with my husband. He was working at an antique store before we were ever married, and he collected a couple of pieces, and this was one of them. So when I got my husband, I got this headboard, and footboard too. And then you see my lamp on the side there. That is a Abigail Adams, I believe the second first lady. I double check that. Don't quote me on that one. I didn't look that up before I started the video. And then now you're seeing more of the quilt that is on my bed. And the quilt is a nice piece because it was made with 3 generations. My parents both worked on it, my mom and my dad, myself, and my son. He was home from school and kind of bored, and I put him to work piecing this quilt and being able to hang with Grandma and Grandpa. Not sure it's his favorite thing he ever did, but it is a nice memory. Then this is the pattern. It's an Irish chain, and you can see that it variegates out into the softer colors, and the overall pattern makes the kind of like the X, but it's really pretty. Then also you'll see this part shows the long arm quilting that we had bought a long arm quilting machine, and we all did it, but my dad really took to it. He was an engineer in his job, and I don't know if it's the engineering mind that made the setting of the patterns so fun for him, but anyway, he really took to it. So Mom, me, and my son pieced it, my dad quilted it, and voila. This is, last week I made homemade bread, and my husband took a picture of me with a couple of the loaves, and I used, I'd seen on YouTube, AmyRoloff'sLittleKitchen was making bread with her daughter Molly at her daughter Molly's house. And I've made homemade bread many, many times in my life. And this particular recipe was so easy. 4 ingredients, flour, salt, yeast, and water. And then just form the bread. It's awesome. Guys, it tasted great. It has that kind of French bread crust edge to it that I just love. So it turned out really, really good. So I thought I'd show you that. And then because it's fall, and I love fall, for me, fall is fun, football, family, friends, food. So I made homemade chili. There's a piece of the bread there to the left. And I'd put a dollop of sour cream in the chili. The chili was a recipe that I'd had for a long time for taco soup, but I then put my grandma's chili recipe and kind of put the two together and made the chili. And now you're going to see how we're not empty nesters yet. This is our dog, Teddy, Teddy Bear. And Teddy will be 12 on Christmas Day. And we ended up picking him up in early spring is when we got him. Had to drive a few hundred miles away to get him. But we fell in love with him online. And he now is the only child that we still have here at home. So we're not yet empty nesters. I thought you might enjoy seeing him too. Just getting to know me a little bit more than just what I'm doing on YouTube every time I make a video. And as long as you're getting to know me a little bit better, I thought I would show you some of my art pieces. I started painting over 35 years ago, and I started with acrylics, which any of you that know anything about painting know that's a pretty friendly medium, but I always wanted to paint with oils. So I branched out and I started with painting florals, and I wanted to paint the rose. Well, the rose is tricky and it was a challenge, but this is one of the paintings I still have left from the times when I was painting roses, and I was using oils, as I said. This is a little bit later, I believe, and I was trying to challenge myself with backgrounds as well as the rose itself. So you can see I played with the colors there in the backgrounds. And I taught art for many years, more than 20. I believe I could honestly tell you I've taught thousands of people in art classes, and mostly they were painting classes. But I still paint. I still enjoy it. And since COVID, I haven't been able to teach very much, so I've been missing that. But then I thought as long as it's almost the holidays, I'd leave you with the Santa Claus I painted. This has got to be, I don't know, 10 years ago. I've painted several since because people commission me to paint Santa. But it's almost Christmas, and I thought might be fun to say Merry Christmas to you with this video, this silly little video of a bunch of things, so you can know me a little bit better when you're watching my videos. You will know a little bit more about who I am. Okay, guys, remember, all of this is my opinions, my video,